Hello, hello, everyone. This is Lena.
And I am Shantae.
And we are Our Legacy. Wow, we're so happy to be here today. It's been a challenging day. It's a lot of traffic out there today because it's nice outside. But we're here, and we're so happy to be here. I haven't been here in like 2 weeks. It's been about 2 weeks. Last week you talked about health.
Yes, I did.
And the week before that we talked about financial stability in our community. So today we're going to talk about how to heal our community, how we can provide the support our community needs, what are the solutions that's going on in our community. But before we start that, we're going to go ahead and go to this overhead right here. We're going to get that fixed up to the overhead. There we go. And if you have any questions about anything we talked about here today, you can give us a call at 773-303-5846, or you can check out our website at ourlegacynpo.com. And what I'm going to do right quick and let you look at our website right here. There you go. Let me see. Go ahead and see if I can go ahead and zoom in right there. Oh, that's zooming out. There we go. Hold on. So you can go in and go through our website. Please check on our We Need Your Support. Look at all the people who have been supporting us so far. We need you. Can go through our community
and see what
resources, programs. We try to put the information on there about different activities going on for communities. We have Sister Afia. We have Clio Center. All those things. Those are nonprofit
and the services we provide as well.
Yep. And we have our Hello campaign right here. Things that we're doing. So yeah, check our website out and make sure you go through our entire website. We appreciate that. So now back to our subject. Now,
healing.
Shantae is going to start with us. Our brother Alonzo couldn't be with us today, so she's going to start with us for about the first next 14 minutes. Then she's going to step out. I'll be here
to see if we get some phone calls.
And she'll be answering the phones to get any questions that you guys have or comments that you have. So today we're going to talk about healing our community. But first, let's talk about some of the things that are causing some issues in our community. A couple of things. It's summertime in Chicago right now.
Yes.
And it's hot outside.
It's getting warm.
It's getting warm.
You know what that means.
So, with warmth comes action. It's a lot of action going on in our community. A lot of things going on.
And I'll even add to that. With warmth comes irritation, irritableness.
Yes,
a lot of people seem to be get more agitated and irritated during the summer months.
Summer months. So
any little thing can aggravate you and kind of take you off.
So one of the things that happens in the summertime, crime goes up.
Yeah,
crime goes up. Man, a lot of kids start ditching school.
Yep.
Academics goes down. So when we know those things are going on in our community, how can we prepare for these things during the winter months in Chicago? The winter months in Chicago is very hard. It's very hard. So we have to begin to prepare for things that's going on in Chicago for the summer months. So one of the things that I think that we can begin to heal our communities is that as a community, we have to come together. So we have to come together. We as neighbors, community, a lot of people in our community say they want change. A lot of people in our community say they want to improve our community. But sometimes I realize people just talking, right?
So a lot of that has to do with, like we always talk about it, a lot of people don't want to do the footwork. It's more
it requires a lot of footwork.
It requires you getting out of your comfort zone and actually putting your hand to the plow to get the change, to see the changes that you want to see.
I'm gonna adjust my hair, y'all. Don't worry about me. I can see it up in the thing over there.
So it requires a lot of footwork. If you and some people are not can't handle that, I would say.
Yeah. So again, I think block clubs are very important. Block clubs. Okay, you have to utilize your block club. You have to attend your community meetings. You have to attend your CAPS meeting. You have to attend your BEAT meetings. I attended the BEAT meeting in my community. And in the BEAT meeting, there were 30 individuals, but it's thousands of people in the community. But 30 people showed up to a BEAT meeting. When we have community meetings, people don't attend. The block club meetings, people don't attend. But man, I'm here to say that if you're going to have reason to complain that there are going to be issues in the community, yes, you Facebook people out there, if you have any questions, go ahead and call us at 312-738-1060. It's the live show. Yeah, we're doing Facebook Live. Wow. But if you're going to have issues and
complaints,
you have to put in the work. Our communities are impoverished. We're having some issues in our community, but you just can't not do anything. If you live in a poor, impoverished, or I'll say this distressed community, you have to put in the work. There's no way around that. You can't complain and say that the community is full of crime. You cannot say the academics, the schools are not good in your community. You can't say that there's no after school programs in our community. You can't say that we don't have all these resources, but you don't go through the challenge to complain.
I'll go so far as to say we can't really say or complain that there are no good healthy restaurants and good healthy stores, because we're not the ones that do exist wind up going out of business because we are not supporting.
And so this is what I'll say.
Things like that.
Let me reverse something. You can complain, right?
Of course, we know that.
You can complain, but if you go complain, you can't talk about when nothing is being done if you haven't put your foot forward to do the action.
By the person themselves.
To take the action. So if you're going to complain about what is not going on in your community and the resources we don't have, you have to put in the work call 311. Talk to the alderman. Go to the beat. Irregardless, I don't think irregardless is a word. Regardless, if someone, you don't think the next person is doing anything, because if you're not going and participating in community meetings because ain't nobody else going, the other person is thinking and saying the same exact thing. So how do we get anything done? I'm here to say that how do we heal the community? You have to take advantage of the resources. Some of those resources are the city resources that are there for you. They're there for you. Regardless if you think they don't work, you still have to call that 311. So when you go into your alderman and say, look, everybody in my block called 311. Why hasn't this been done? Now, where nothing gets done is no one is calling anything. He can say, well, y'all not calling complaining. So they can say, well, you know, the resources cannot be allotted to your community because you guys are not calling, not attending your beat meetings. I mean, they're so, look, man, some people may not like what I'm about to say, but in the poorest, distressed communities have the most lackluster of attendance to attend things that can help and support our communities. But yet we're the most distressed communities. We're the most communities who need all the resources that we need, but yet we don't call 311. We don't go to our meetings, community, alderman, none of these things. It'd be a handful of people attending and complaining, but it's thousands of people in the community. And let's say again, look, even though our communities are poor and distressed, majority of people in our community work and have jobs who support the communities. But at times, the elders and things decide not to. Man, they give up. I know it's hard. Believe me, I know it's hard. But we cannot give up. We have to. The only way we can heal our community is by putting in the work.
And being invested.
You have to be invested. Tell them how they can. Why it's important to be invested.
Well, I want to share something. One thing that a community resident in the neighborhood shared with me. He saw us out there cleaning up nearby in my neighborhood. He saw us cleaning up, and he thought it was just a awesome idea. I mean, an awesome thing that we were doing. He thought it was great. He was like, you know, man, it's a wonderful thing that y'all out here cleaning up and, you know, y'all care for the community. He's like, even though I do not own my own, I don't own, you know, my own house, you know, I rent here. He said, what did he say? He said, I still care about it. He said, we still need to be invested. I was telling him we still need to be invested, even though we might not necessarily own where we live, you know, but it's important to just the same to care for that community, care where you stay and to care where you live, to be invested, to take care of that property. Exactly. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So just because you do not own property, and if you do rent, doesn't mean that you should not care about where you live, because you still have to walk out that door every single day, and you're still in that environment. It's your neighborhood, it's your community. So I just thought that.
And let me talk about that point.
That he acknowledged that
living in a distressed community is a lot. And most of the people who live in distressed communities ignore the stress that a distressed, impoverished community is on the individual. So people get up, go to work, come home, and stay in their homes, right? And they're very overwhelmed. They're stressed out. Some people are depressed because of the community and the environment.
Right.
Your environment can stress you out. So imagine living in a stressful and distressed community where it's full of crime, right?
Yes.
It's full of littering, right? It's full of individuals who just walk in the street and don't really care. But you pay a mortgage, you pay rent, you pay light and gas, and you live there, but you're stressed out. And most of the people who live in these communities are working class people, but yet they do nothing, which makes the situation worse.
Right.
Okay? We have to put in the work because I'm telling you.
Right.
Some days I walk out the door of my distressed community,
Right.
and I say, why am I here? Right? Because I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, it can
On a nice,
overwhelm
beautiful
you.
day, I want to walk out the door and just smell the neighborhood and just enjoy the sun and, you know, take in the fresh air, and I can't do that. Walk out the door, you hear sirens left, the trash everywhere, no one is mowing lawn, no one is... People throw trash out their windows, right?
Yeah.
And then you start thinking, why don't people take ownership of their community? Because people have given up over simple things. Simple things, going to meetings, community meetings, cleaning up your yard, mowing your lawn. And we're talking about adult people with good jobs.
Well, and another thing, I think the reason why people give up, you said give up, right? Give up is because of what other people do to because the other people.
Right.
Giving up, they might be affected by what other people do. For example, like if I'm constantly seeing people litter on the ground and people just, I don't know, whatever.
Right.
I'm going to get discouraged. I'm going to say, well, forget it. Ain't no point in me keeping this area clean.
Right.
I'm just going to give up. So they give up based off, the reason why they give up is because of what other people do. Right. But it shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't, just because other people are doing the thing and it's causing havoc or causing problems or messing up something.
We shouldn't give up.
We shouldn't give up.
Shantae's going to be with us for 2 more minutes, then she's going to hit over there to the phones. But to that point, so we are doing the community garden in our community, right? So we clean up the community garden every Sunday. Well, mostly Shantae does. I play football, but her and the other, So, come Monday, look like we haven't done anything.
Right.
But this is just people littering that aggressively. I mean, we've cleaned up the area, put chips, paper, trash, everything. Literally the next day is full of the same things.
That's true.
So I don't understand what possesses people to throw their trash out of their windows, throw trash on the ground. You have to live here. You have to walk past this trash, okay? Why would you destroy some great land that you have? Whether you own or rent, you should want, just because you poor and impoverished, what does that mean? We can make a community what we want to make it.
Right.
We determine what happens in our community. The tools are there for us. If we take advantage of those tools, become the issue and the problem. Are we utilizing the resources that are available to us? And at times it's just a no, because we say, well, it ain't gonna work for us anyway, we can't do things. And I'm not saying that's not true, but at least have your evidence to say I tried it and it didn't work. In my community, no one is calling 311 when we have issues, when things go out. It'd be a handful. No one attends the community meetings. It'd be a handful. No one is attending the CAPS meeting. It'd be a handful. No one is attending the beat meetings. It'd be a handful. And no one wants to attend a block club meeting. It'd be 1 or 2 people. But we're concerned about what's going on a block, and we complaining, but no one is attending these meetings. So, But now it's time for Shantae to transition. So while she transitions, I'm going to put our information up here in the overhead. If you have any questions or concerns with our organization, you can check us out at 773-303-5846. And you can also check us out at OurLegacyNPO.com. And you can also, if you can see that right here, we on Facebook.com/OurLegacy. See us. So check us out. Text me. You can call me. I'll always return your phone call, your text. And here I am by myself, but also I'm going to put up our website here right quick. So you can always check our website out. It's at NPO, OurLegacyNPO.com. So I'm going to take you through a couple of things we have up on here. Let me see the community. This is very important, our community resources, but also let me go to the things we're doing for our community garden. This is one of the garden we did last year, some of the information. So please make sure you go through everything. So if you highlight here, it says more. Please don't skip here. Go through all the information on archery, Black history, information about Chicago, about fitness. Please make sure you go through every one of those and check it out. And if you have any questions, concerns, make sure that you email me. So I'm going to go ahead and continue the conversations. If you have any questions tonight, please call us at 312-738-1060. So let's talk about solutions, okay? Let's talk about basic individual solutions that can help you deal with your community. Remember, you guys out there in Facebook land, you guys go ahead and call us in 231-738-1060. So let's talk about solutions. Basic solutions. Can you see Our Legacy up there? There you go. Okay, some of the solutions that you can start with, you have to start with yourself. You know? You have to get yourself in order as well. I know it sounds hard when you're living in a stressful community and you have a lot of things going on, but you have to start with self. You have to look within yourself and say, do I want to change my poor, impoverished, distressed community? Simple. Okay, we have a caller. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller. What's your question or comment?
My question is, I'm a white fella, and I live on the northwest side of Chicago.
Okay.
And I'm dating a black girl, and I'm getting a lot of flack for that.
Did you call me and ask me about if you dating? Look, call me back if you got a question. Hit me up on, let me tell you what you can ask me that question. I got you. Here you go. Overhead. Hit me up. Email me, Lena Bivens at Our Legacy, or text me and we'll talk about that individual. I got you. But you can go ahead. We'll talk to you later. Call me back if you have any questions about the topic I'm talking about here today. You know, so call me about if you have any topics. But that's good. That's funny. I appreciate you. But text me individually and I'll give you some advice. So back to what I was saying. You have to take care of yourself. Meaning that you have to figure out if you're living in this poor, impoverished, distressed community, if you really want to impact change. Or are you the individual just want to sit here, just, it is what it is. Okay? Hey, our communities here in Chicago, some of the poor communities are in distress. I don't know how to really say how distressed they are. But we talk a whole bunch of game on Facebook, on IG, on Twitter, on everywhere about what we need to do, but are you actually in your community doing basic things? Are you looking within yourself to say, you know, look, I want change? So if you want change, the main basic solutions that you can do, if you know someone in your community is trying to impact change, support them. Period. Support them. Just really support them. We talk a good game. If you really want change in your community, go to your block club meetings. Go to your block club meeting out there on Facebook. How many people out there in Facebook land, Instagram, IG, all? What do you know about your community? We're complaining about it. What do you know? When have you been to the CAPS meeting? Regardless if you don't think they're working, put in your 2-3 cents to make them work. When do you go to your alderman meetings and he have monthly meetings where you can come talk to him about the issue that you have? And if you don't get through to him the first time, keep going. When do you go to your community meetings that people and individuals are hosting to better our communities? What are you doing in the community to make that change? Okay, we got a caller.
Yes.
Hey, caller, what's your question, comment?
My comment is that everything that you're talking about, I've been through that and I lived it. And it's a shame where I came up in my neighborhood and, like I said, trash all over the place and stuff like that. And
So what do you think we can do to better that, to improve it?
Well, like you said, it takes everybody, not just no one person.
Well, let me ask you this. What are some of the reasons that you think people are not participating with basic things like going to their meetings, CAPS meetings, block club meetings? Talk to me.
Because for one thing, we know they're too lazy.
Lazy?
They're too lazy. They're so involved in themselves and stuff. Instead of looking out for, as they say, it takes a village to raise a child.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Neighborhood.
Well, let me ask you this. Are you considered an elder?
Yes.
So why have the elders given up?
Well, I haven't. And I can't speak for every elder. But see, one thing I can say about myself is like I had to reach down deep with my neighborhood and tell them if they don't want to do this, what I'm going to do.
Okay. So you kept it moving. You kept checking. Well, thank you for your question and your comment. And if you want to reach out to us, let me go to the overhead. Please call us at 773-303-5846 or check us out at ourlegacynpo.com or on Facebook. We have a few more minutes, 4 minutes I think we have about 4 more minutes. So again, I'm going to encourage you guys, and look, you're going to hear me on my Facebook page, IG, my YouTube page. I'm going to beat this, I'm going to hit a home run with all this information about you as an individual in the community have to make the changes. Yes, around us we have so many issues going on. We have so many things that's coming against us. But 50% equally, we have to do the work in our community. A lot of individuals in the communities are 50, 60 years old, but they have children 20, 25 who are destroying the communities. There are a lot of individuals who have children that are 35 years old. They have teenagers and who 12 and 13 years old. They're allowing them to destroy the community. We have to, at the point, we have to take responsibility of what's going on, what we can change. There's some things in our community that we can change that can help move forward some better things, simple things. Now, some people are going to do, no, it can't. But I'm be clear with you. Look, we have to take ownership to what's going on in our community. Okay? We have to say to ourselves that, look, we have to make change directly. One of the quick, fast ways we can make change, start speaking and communicating with each other in the community. Be neighbors. We don't have to be BFFs, as the kids say. We don't have to be best friends, but talk and support each other. Today, I was on my block, and some gentleman came to a vacant lot of a gentleman's house that was burned down. I walked up to the gentleman, sir, what are you doing? I'm the block club president. What's going on? Right? He told me, it's my neighborhood. I want to know what's going on in the community. All you can do is ask. And he told me, I said, okay, thank you for your time. Just, we just want to make sure we're a family here in this community. We may not be best friends, but we just want to make sure that what's going on, we need to know what's going on in our community, make sure it's safe, and we keep things under control in our community. So we have 1 minute left. So I'm going to close to say that we have to begin to heal our community. We have to take our communities back. If we're going to complain, we have to put in the work. Simple. You can complain, but be honest with yourself to understand that you're going to complain, but you don't want to do the work. At least be honest with yourself. But if you're going to say our communities are poor and impoverished and all these things are going on, what are you going to do to better your community? Each and every individual have to change your community and do what's right and make it a better community. It's simple. There's no way around that. People out there in CanTV land, Facebook land, IG land, you can't get around this. You have to put in the work. So thank you for your time. My name is Lena. Shantae is on the phone. Alonzo is not with us. We appreciate your time. Peace out.